Morning, Alysha.
Morning. I wasn't expecting that.
When you're ready, you can start with in-person questions.
Did you finally get to get on board with this group that you've been getting to know just in the workout and rehab stage? What excites you about this roster? Oh, man. I think just the versatility of everyone, being able to play multiple positions, different skill sets. I think it's going to be really valuable as we get into this summer and the season. Yeah, so I'm just looking forward to competing with them. You know, it's been a minute since I've been able to compete, so I'm excited to get out there with them. We've heard a lot about motivation since this group last year missed the playoffs for the first time in a while. Obviously, you weren't around then on the court and everything like that, but what's your kind of personal motivation? Is it just getting back on the court and kind of being able to show what you can do again? Yeah, so for me, the only thing I'm worried about is getting healthy and getting on the court and feeling the best that I can. And, you know, this process has been really long. And so for me, that's what's been my driving motivation for, you know, this last year and some change. And it's going to continue to be that until I feel like myself out there. How much does having Alysha around, who's kind of been going through, not the same thing, of course, but kind of the same process, where you guys can kind of understand each other that way, does that make a difference for you just having someone there? It does. You know, for the longest, it was just, you know, me and her in the facility a lot. And so just being able to see someone else, watching their progress, you know, throughout this off season, and, you know, having someone that can understand the frustrations and even the highs, you know, of the rehab process, being able to share those little moments throughout the off season with her was great. And it, you know, it helped us build chemistry, just in terms of being able to be around each other and, you know, just kind of be normal humans and not just teammates. So it was good to have her around.
Elena Deladon said that you all are like peanut butter and jelly because of that experience. So which one's the peanut butter, which one's the jelly, or how do you feel about that partnership?
I mean, I love peanut butter, so I'm going to just go ahead and take that. No, but I mean, it is, you know, we didn't realize it in the moment, but just seeing each other in here every day, the grind of it, the long days that we had in here, it just, looking back now, it's like, man, I'm glad I at least had somebody in here to be able to talk to be able to connect with in that way. And so, yeah, I mean, it definitely helps, you know, when you can go through something like that with one of your teammates. It definitely helps create a bond that's, you know, harder to do when you don't get to share that time and that struggle together.
And you were talking about the defensive versatility. Describe that in more depth and what that looks like for the team this year with everybody healthy and back on the court.
Yeah, well, with everybody healthy, you know, we have a lot of defensive-minded people. You know, myself, Ariel, Taj, Elizabeth when she gets here. And so when you have that type of group and then just kind of bringing everyone else along with it, I think it's gonna help. Because, I mean, for so long, you know, Washington has been known for offense a lot of the seasons. And they're still going to have that, but there's going to be this added, you know, side to us that I think is going to really help us succeed.
And the shot blocking ability too with Elizabeth Williams, and now with Shakira Austin as well, and also Kristen Williams, the versatility to be able to rotate. What do you think that's going to feel like to have the rim protected that way? I
mean, it's huge, especially as a guard. You know, these guards in this league are really, really good. And so you're never going to stop somebody. You're never going to keep somebody from scoring. So to know that you have that backside help, the rim protection, you know, you jokingly be like, okay, yeah, go ahead and go by me because, you know, he's in there or whoever. But it definitely builds a trust, you know, to know that I can be aggressive. I can get in, you know, really get up in passing lanes and do those things because I'll have the help behind me.
Sorry if this has been asked already. I missed the beginning, but you know, you've had to wait a while to actually take the court with this team. What does it mean to you that we're so close to that you're so close to taking the court with this team? And what do you think about the potential of this group once we get into the lineup?
Yeah, I mean, I'm super excited. It's been a really long process for me. And I think, you know, the first day that there was a couple other the players here, you know, just the energy in the arena changed. You know, walking into the weight room and just having two other people in there, you know, you could feel that shift in atmosphere. And it made me super excited. But, you know, for me, it's going to be a challenge of just remembering to continue to be patient, because, because everything is changing, because I am going to be able to participate and do things, I'm going to want to go. And I'm just going to have to remind myself that this is still a process. Like, I'm still going to have to do the things that I've been doing these last 404 days to be able to get to this point, and to not, put myself in a position. Because for me, when I get back out here, I want to be out here and that's it. Like, I don't want to have to go back through this process. I don't want to have to go back through worrying about, my foot and all those things. Like, I just want to be here. So I'm going to make sure that I do it right. So yeah, just being able to get out there with my teammates is nice. Having them in workouts with me. I've gotten to do a couple group workouts throughout the last month and a half, and it's just nice because I just feel like a basketball player again. I don't feel like, just a player that's rehabbing and going through drills and constantly have to focus on me. I just got to play basketball, and it was a really nice feeling.
Where are you in your rehab and recovery process? Are you still, like you mentioned, still doing some of that stuff before you practice, or
yeah,
are there any limitations on what you can and cannot do?
I'm not full go yet, but I'm able to participate. Like, we've introduced contact over the last few weeks, and so it's just going to go week to week, day by day, really, and just how my foot responds, how it handles that. So again, I'm excited to be able to get out here and just participate and be able to be in drills and do these things with my teammates to build that chemistry while still doing the rehab and other things that I've been doing this last year. And that's something that's going to continue. The rehab portion is going to continue throughout the entire season just because of the nature of the injury, and just how intricate the foot is. Something I really learned this off season. So just those daily things, daily exercises are going to continue throughout the entire season anyway.
Yeah, Alysha, as you talk about coming back, what are some of the goals that you have set for yourself?
Oh, man. The first one obviously is just be healthy. That's really the main focus through all of this, the main goal. But for me, just seeing how I've grown as a player, my game, I'm excited to see all the work I've been putting in this offseason, how it translates, at full speed in these games. And, I've seen stuff in my workouts and what I'm doing, and I'm just like, whoa, where did that come from? Like, that's never been here. And so, just having that feeling, I got the chance to miss the game this last year and really be excited about it again and like learn. And that's something that I haven't gotten a chance to really do. So I'm excited to see, what's come out. And that for me is probably the next goal, is just allow the work to just translate and show through my play. And then from there, whatever happens, happens. And but those are my two main ones right now.
And as you look at your roster, what can we expect from the Washington Mystics from your point of view this upcoming season?
I think there's going to be a lot of intensity, both offensively and defensively, and just, again, the versatility, right? And I think you're going to see a different defensive team out there on the floor, a different defensive presence, which I'm super excited about. But it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be high intensity, a lot of fighting, a lot of grit, and I'm looking forward to that.
Alysha, you talked about your game growing. As you start to get embedded with the team and start playing more, what do you think you can contribute most?
I hope everything. Definitely leadership, I think, is one area that for me I take on with pride. And so, I'm the oldest player on the team. And so to be able to pour into my teammates, the younger teammates, help them along, and just pour in my experience that I've gained and learned through my career with them. And obviously, I hope, just being able to be a consistent cornerstone, whatever that looks like, and just the example of what toughness is. That's something also that I take pride in, is being a tough-minded player and a tough physical player, being able to play in both those spaces. So I hope that, those are the intangible things that I can contribute outside of, obviously, the skill stuff.
You're talking about your foot and how you're gonna like integrate like the current exercises with your rehab. How do you think you'll be able to, I guess, combine both of the exercises with the help of the athletic trainers here with Mystics?
Well, fortunately for me, I've been working with them all off season, so we have a routine. We know what it is, and so for me, that's extra hours. Whether that's getting in here, super early. And making sure I get, the intrinsics and things done and I'm really warmed and connected before I step in and step on the court. That's just what I'm going to have to do. And we've kind of already established that prior to camp and everybody coming into town. We knew that's what this start of the season was going to look like for me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, we'll switch over to Zoom. Alexa.
Hi, Alysha. Great to see you. What was it like just in general last year to have to start with a new franchise but watch from the sidelines the whole season? And now that you're able to do more things in camp with more people around you, does it feel more real, or do you kind of feel like you've been here for a while, even if you've had to kind of watch from afar for your first season with the team?
It was overwhelming, to be honest. I'm a creature of habit. I'm not big on change, and so there was a lot of change at one time for me last year. And so that was hard. That was really hard for me. And to be in a new situation and have to learn, not only new teammates, but learn how to lead, not being on the floor, was different for me as well. And so, yeah, it feels more real right now. Like I said, just having, I think the first day when I came in, when it was Ariel and Maisha in the weight room lifting before I got here, just walking in and just seeing them, I was like, okay, it's becoming real now. Like there's more of my teammates are here. The shift in the atmosphere. But yeah, I feel like I've been here a long time and not a long time.
How did you stay patient in those moments where it was really overwhelming for you?
I mean, I was kind of forced to be patient. There was no other option. I was in a boot, and then I was on crutches, and then I was on a scooter for all of like 3.5 months. So it's like I had no other option but to be patient. And so I think with that, just constant daily conversations with myself, like just take this in, and just constantly being like, okay, what are you being put in a position to learn? And that was kind of just my approach, like, okay, what are you in this position to learn right now, Alysha? And you just have to be open to receiving that. And so that was something that, was a daily conversation that I had with myself.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem.
Pepper.
Hi, C. It's great to see you. I do have a quick question, but before that, I wanted to tell you that I'm wearing number 22 now as well.
Oh, Pepper.
Yeah, I love that when I saw that you were that number 2. I know it's been a while since you've been able to play in a WNBA game. How does it feel to be healthy and this close to getting back out there?
It's an exciting feeling. Like I said, I had a chance to miss the game, and last year I got to watch games as a fan. There was no watching for scouting. It wasn't like, oh, how am I going to limit this player? It was like I honestly just sat back and watched, and I was really excited to just see all the talent in the league, and it just made me excited to want to get back out here and compete against that again. So it's definitely an exciting feeling. There's a little bit of nervousness as well, just because this is the first time I'm going to be in a team setting in a long time, but I'm really excited about it. I'm glad I'm at this point.
And we'll take the last question from Patrick.
Alysha, earlier you mentioned something that you take pride in. I've noticed you've been huge off the court in the community. Seattle definitely misses you. Last season, being off the court, seemed like you took advantage of time to do more things in DC. Can you just talk a little bit about what it means to you to help people, to be in the community, to kind of give back?
Yeah. So for me, the way I looked at it, I was like, I haven't had an off season in probably since 2013. And so I really wanted to take advantage of getting to know the community I was now in, and finding where I can be of service. That's something that I also take a lot of pride in is just being a servant to others. And so for me, I was like, okay, I want to make this off season meaningful. I want to find where, you know, my areas of where I can make a difference here. Because obviously, you know, what I was able to do in Seattle came along organically, and then that's the same thing that I wanted to happen here. So it's important for me to, one, just be able to connect with the community and know that this platform that I have is much bigger than me. And so if I can help make someone's day, if I can make someone's load, help lighten someone's load, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to find a way to do that. So this off season gave me the opportunity to figure out where I could make an impact here, and that's going to be something that I continue.